So this is the only, there's actually, it's not the only surviving building, but it's one of the, it's one of the oldest buildings, or it's the oldest surviving building. And it's one of the early buildings, and it's the administration building. And there's a picture that I'm going to text you here in a little while because the style of it is similar to another building that was built around the same time, but was a dormitory. And then if you look in your pictures, you can see there's one from this perspective. Like you can see everything that's parked down here. There's an overview picture. And I just want you to get a sense of how many buildings were here. It was like a whole campus. Mm-hmm. And I tried to figure out how many people, it's one of the last ones. Oh, okay. And I thought after I did it, I could label these, right? And so I will for next time. But this is kind of a new way of doing it. But I think everybody's got their phones, so it's better than me giving you pictures. Because you can, if I send you the link, you can blow up and look at details.
So this span of buildings, is this the center of it?
I think so. I mean, if you look at that picture, it's kind of the top of the hill, and I think there were wings on the side of this.
Yeah, it used to be.
Yeah, you can see the porch.
Yeah.
Wow.
I used
cool.
to walk here
Look at the
before they
turrets.
tore it all down. So
It looks like a castle.
Yeah. No, it's one of the.
I'd say it's not that one.
Go to the end
This is-
of
Yeah, no, I was
the
trying to look at the
series.
steps. The steps.
Go to
on
like
the
second
wall
to
of the
last.
picture, if they
This
did.
one?
Yeah.
I just wondering if they'd like change the elevation a little bit.
Probably.
That, and then the last one. So you can kind of see. That's those. The last two are kind of the overview, right?
Yeah,
So this was a campus, right? It sort of, and I remember it from walking around here. I think they opened it in the 90s when it was still a institution. It was still, and you could walk around the grounds. So lots of the
State
buildings were
Tech, which is Mississippi State, had classes in one of these buildings over here in the mid '80s
Why
okay.
did they tear the rest of it down?
for this.
Yeah, over time. And it wasn't all here, I don't think, in the 90s. Like, was the whole, were the wings here?
But weren't the
Some of
buildings
it
with the
was, yeah,
turrets?
because-
Were they still here, the turrets? Because I feel like I remember seeing those two, these things.
Maybe.
I don't know, maybe.
Because when I was in college, when we used to walk over here, this was a lot bigger than just this building.
Yeah, it had like wings, and I'm
Yeah.
not sure how much. Somebody was asking when things got torn down, and I think it was just over time.
It looks
It
like
was.
a castle because of the way the top is.
Yeah,
it was really pretty, but it was kind of spooky.
very spooky. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I
sure there's
used
been
to
a lot of deaths here.
walk
Yeah.
here. Well, and that's a good topic. We're going to go that way. But there, I remember there were lots of like ancillary not businesses, but buildings down here. You know, that's what I remember. I don't remember. Like this part is, I knew that there was something up here, but I don't remember. And I remember it was spooky, and I remember turrets.
Little
But
bits
the
and
view
pieces.
from over there, when you look down at the water and everything, it's like, because at the time I thought, I'm going to be buried there. Even though
Yeah.
it's not a cemetery.
It's just beautiful.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll head this way. So to Tina's point, everybody look over here to the left. This is a condominium development, and I think it's from the 60s. I want to say early 60s. But to Tina's point, that's a whole nother local lore, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because that was the Fulton Mansion.
Is it the 60s or is it the 70s?
I think it was the for some reason 1964 is coming to mind, but it could just sometimes I just pull up random things on my and I just don't know, you know. But it's the Fulton Mansion was here.
Yeah.
And this was amazing, and later on today I'll send you a picture of the Fulton Mansion. But the pool is still there. And the kind of cabana around it is still there. So if you
From the mansion?
Yes.
Here, I'll
yeah,
show you.
she's got
I got a picture. No, I'm just saying. There's a picture of the Fulton Mansion with
I
the
showed the
little.
property up there.
She may have a picture. Yeah.
You know, I've shown many of them. I'm just looking. It says 1969 was the year, at least the one that's for sale is built.
Right.
So
Okay.
That's earlier
Well,
than
I was a
would've
little
guessed.
off. That's pretty good.
Well, but I mean, I
Okay,
wonder
y'all.
if they built it in stages.
Look,
Maybe it was torn down. It's
See this photo right here? Well, it's turned. That's where the old cabana used to be. That's the only original part of the Fulton mansion. Next to the pool.
It's still
So
up there.
The pool that you all use is the pool from the mansion.
And the gatehouse is there. When you come
The
out, you can
gatehouse.
see the gatehouse.
Oh
at
my
the bottom
God!
of the
I
hill.
drive in like, and I go, "This is my mansion," and then I get up there and I go, "No, that's my condo."
Yeah. But yeah.
You
So-
have two views: one of the golf course and one of.
Yeah, it's pretty spectacular.
So imagine, you're here in this building and you're looking at a mansion up until 1969, right? And then you watch it get torn down. I'll send there are pictures if you Google it.
Here's one. Because
Fulton Mansion.
I want y'all to see what it looked like. Why did they tear that down?
And you said they tore it down for $88,000.
$88,000 at the end of 1968.
68. Okay, yeah, they tore it down in 68.
And here's a picture of what it looked like with the.
Okay.
There's where the pool house is. Isn't that crazy? But people in this town don't care about historical preservation.
Clearly.
What's this?
That is the Catholic Church.
That's and it's the Catholic Church is new.
We're up on the hill.
Yeah.
What kind of tree is that? Because it's
Grows out of the ground.
It's either dead or alive. There's the only two kind of trees I know about.
Okay, so everybody look over on the hill over here. And here's a shameless plug. Wallace Real Estate is up there. But what you see
it
is
used to be a mansion.
the rental, it's still there, the mansion's there, the Reynolds mansion.
And they're working.
And Wallace is to the right.
They're doing a thing. So early on, when this building was here, you're looking at the Fulton mansion and the Reynolds mansion, you're out in the country.
And don't forget Hilltop Farms, Caesar Stairs place, next to us. I photographed that for a calendar. It's a mansion.
It's a mansion. So in 1880, all of what I was describing at the front of the building started around 1886 on land donated from William Lyon, Captain William Lyon from Lyon's Bend. And I don't know much about him, but I found this. William Lyon was born in Baltimore in 1784 to a family of Scottish ancestry. In 1802, he moved to Southwest Point, a fort and colony that later became Kingston, Tennessee. Lyon married Mary Clark, the daughter of Thomas Norris Clark, one of the leading citizens of Southwest Point, who had moved to the colony from Fluvanna County, Virginia. Lyon was known by the title of captain in recognition of his role in America's War of Independence. In 1809, Captain Lyon purchased several hundred acres between Fourth Creek and the Tennessee River in the area that now includes the Veterans Cemetery and Lakeshore Park. He constructed a log cabin, later expanded to a substantial two-story log residence near the current entrance to Lakeshore Park from North Shore Drive. Lowe's Ferry Pike, later known as North Shore Drive, ran through the property. Captain Lyon constructed a mill on Fourth Creek near Lowe's Ferry Road, southwest of the current intersection of Northwest Drive and Westland Drive. The Lyons had 6 children, 2 of whom died in childhood. The eldest, Washington Lyon, graduated from medical college in Baltimore and practiced medicine in Knoxville and other areas. The second son, Thomas, became a lawyer and a justice of the Tennessee Supreme Court. The third child, Susan, married Major Campbell Wallace, an influential businessman in Knoxville and Atlanta. The fifth child married John Craig, a pioneer marble dealer and quarry operator, whose business later became the Condoro Marble Company. The youngest child, Louise, married A.A. Barnes, who served on the Knoxville Board of Aldermen in 1857. And there's another description of him here if anybody's interested. But you get the picture. This land was donated by Lyon Ayres to build the what was, well, Lakeshore now, but what was then East Tennessee Hospital for the Insane.
So that's its original purpose. It was built for that.
Well, it
Okay.
was donated for that. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
The land was donated, and then these
Right,
buildings.
it was never anything else.
Right, just
Okay.
Lyon,
Okay.
They still have Lions View Pike.
which is where Lions View Pike comes
And
from.
Craig Court's right down here too.
Okay.
That's what, yeah.
Yeah.
Craig Court.
Yeah. So we'll take a walk this way.
You know, there's a little pit. I always wondered what that pit was over there. If that was another house, you can step in it down over there.
Oh, I bet it was a building. It was.
You know anything about her store? About where she came from?
Anderson County.
I mean,
No.
had her
Somebody that didn't know how to spay and neuter their animals. And they tried to take them to Anderson County.
I mean, wow, I wonder what they're doing here. Magnolia trees are so cool.
I know, these trees are just, they're just amazing.
Of course, they do drop a lot of berries and cones and stuff.
It's just a beautiful day.
Isn't it? I mean, could you imagine what this land was like in 18 whatever? I mean, it'd be great.
It's,
And he had no, I'm sure he had no idea that it would be this prestigious a property.
yeah.
Well, you know, in Franklin, that restaurant, there's a really cool restaurant. Breakfast. Well, I'll tell you, I went to
It's Tyna's local lore.
I know. And it's not a local lore that we can necessarily put on YouTube.
It's not about, yeah.
It's one we'd have to put on mature audience local lore. That's funny. I loved her dog though, especially those velvety ears
I know, he's a cute
that
boy.
look like lab ears, but he don't have a lab body at all.
I know. He's got a, I'm
She.
I'm taking him home.
Sorry. I called him a boy when I first walked up. She said, "It's a girl." I'm like, okay.
Okay, so over here you can see the Veterans Cemetery.
With flags out.
And the flags are out, yeah. And then there's a road just this way that also comes into the cemetery. And so people, obviously, they lived here, and some people died here. And there's a little cemetery over
So-
In the back.
Yeah.
So
Really?
you go up
Yeah.
to the building, it's over. There's not many markers up there, but I'm sure there's probably a lot more bodies. When we do the wreaths, they tell you don't go over there and put wreaths out. People still do it. So,
Oh, interesting.
Well,
But
because
it's-
they're not veterans.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, but they tell them that's not part of the veterans thing because they don't want to miss any of these
Right,
guys because
right,
somebody put
right,
something over there.
Right.
So they tell you don't do that, but these people, you look over and it's done, there'll be some over there.
Right.
It's sad. That's just to see it the way, because they're not really good markers or anything.
And they were probably residents here, right?
Oh, it's,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's got a little age on it and stuff, the way what few markers.
I remember my granny calling it Eastern State.
Well,
Yeah.
so East Tennessee Hospital for the Insane, which is what this was called, opened in 1886 with 99 patients transferred from the older Tennessee Lunatic Asylum in Nashville.
Why would they call it lunatic?
It was 1800.
1886.
What they call
So there's also a story about people being transferred here, and early on in that story, people came from the train station at Erin, which is Bearden, right? So right down here in Bearden, and then came in, and here's the horse part of the story. They came in on horse carriage. Right, so I want to kind of talk about like over time, how did you get in here? Well, Erin train station, horse carriage. There's also eventually a streetcar that comes out Lions View Pike.
And basically stops at her development.
And well, interestingly, you know how many of you all came to the Fountain City local lore? We went and we walked to the turnaround of the streetcar, and it's just kind of a teardrop.
I got you.
There's one just around what used to be a convenience store.
Yep.
If you're going out, you know, you'll see I think it's a physical therapy or orthopedic place.
Yeah.
If you looked at an aerial view or if you walked around the building, you couldn't still make out the teardrop like you can where the street cars were. And there's also, because I'm interested in signs, there's a beautiful ghost sign there. Yeah,
Right.
so on your way out, if you're going that way, make sure you look at the ghost sign and stop and kind of see how the streetcar turned around. Yeah,
Well, I'll just go circle the parking lot.
just go circle the parking lot.
So now, you talking about when you said that road, you was talking about the one that goes up by the houses,
No, there's
goes
a
up by the nursing home.
yeah,
Is
That
it-
one.
yeah.
Oh.
That's how
Now
that's
there's a house up there.
okay.
Because that's where we park when we do the wreaths thing.
Uh-huh.
That's where we park. Is up there. We go in that driveway and park up there. Because everybody else,
It's parking over
try and
here.
go over here, they send you over here to park and walk
Right.
across the street to put the wreaths out. But we go in that other driveway because
Right.
we park up there next to the maintenance field. But there's a house up there, and I'm not sure who lives in it.
Yeah.
And it's not a new house.
Yeah, so I've got a little picture and I've got a little from 1976, a little article, and I'll send it out if you guys are interested in the cemetery. I'll send it to the groups, the JPEG. All right, so let's go down this way. I think we're allowed to walk on the grass, aren't we?
I'm sure we are. Oh, what's this? You know what this marble is for? You know what this marble's for?
Look at it.
Some people came while I was standing up there. Some people came and looked at it, but I don't know that I've ever walked over here. Oh, of course.
Haslam. We'll just go on the grass if we're allowed.
It's public. It's a public park.
We're going over this.
It's interesting how they've tiered the land.
Yeah.
Look, they're playing football or something. Those two young kids aren't interested in local lore at this point.
Much older people. I don't know how. I guess we should go over here where it's less steep. Everybody needs that. Let's get for the dog. We'll get back on the road. Maybe this was a bad idea. We're going back on the road. The shortest way is always the shortest way. We're getting our steps in today.
It's all right. Lord knows I need them. I don't walk near as much as I used to.
This is a great place to walk.
Oh, it is. I used to come here when it was like 2.1 miles, and I'm sure it's like 12 miles now if you walked
you
every.
get everything in here.
If you do every trail, but they had that one trail that went all the way around. It's 2.1 miles. I always called that one hill over there Cardiac Hill because.
Oh yeah, I used to run it.
Yeah.
God, when I used to run
Damn, I never ran that hill.
I used to run up and down it.
Oh shit.
That was my thing.
Yeah, it was great, but I mean, I really do need to get back over here, but
When I was driving
all these
in,
trails now, intersecting and.
it's hard for me not to think about Chowhowie Park
Oh, I know.
when I get over here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, there's got to be
I mean, there's
somebody. I mean, I realize that this came from a donation.
as almost $1 million, as almost 1 million population. We could have 2 of these.
Yeah,
There's no reason why Chowhowie can't be like this.
I know.
I mean, it's obviously not as many acres, right?
Oh, it's not good for that dog. Oh, he's on the harness. He's
Right. But I mean, granted, I know that Chowhowie's not as big acreage-wise, but they could build something
They
comparable
could do
to this.
something here. I mean,
Comparable to this.
and then like connect the zoo.
Right?
You
Yeah.
know, I mean, it's not. I just don't buy it.
Right.
Just
Yeah, I
buy
don't
it.
either.
I don't buy it that it's like that's the only answer. And
Right.
And I don't know. I'm just like,
And I'm sure she's not done.
well,
I mean, she got 2 years left. And we are recording, but I don't care.
yeah.
My opinion is my opinion.
Yeah, my opinion is my opinion. I said what I said.
That's right. and everyone from forever will be able to hear us say it.
Yeah. Well, it's and I mean, I'm even like at the point of like, well, I mean, incorporating even into this some kind of private development. I'm
Right.
not opposed to it, but it needs
Right.
to be that needs to be the subtext.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not
Right.
like here's your
Here's your token.
here's something that we didn't do any, like we didn't
Right.
tell you, but we snuck this
Right.
like, thing in, and now
And,
because you're mad, we're gonna put a little extra sidewalk.
Right,
in.
right.
Like that's what I'm afraid of.
Right.
You know?
And yeah, we didn't put it out to bid. We're just gonna give it to our favorite 501c3 or whatever
Yeah.
EYF is. I'm not gonna name the full name, but
Well, I mean, I guess I feel like what I don't want to happen is more stuff shoved down people's throats without any public input.
Right.
And and the other thing too is like I remember going to that Chowhowie Park planning.
oh yeah,
meeting
5
and
years
thinking
ago.
to myself, boy, this is a bunch of money wasted. Do you know what I mean? Like here we are having all this lovely conversation that is going to go nowhere. You know, I mean, and then we're paying these people to facilitate it.
And then 5 years later, it went where? Nowhere.
Yeah, and I'm so tired of all the plans going nowhere. You know.
All the 5 year public input, and then 5 years
Yeah.
later, we do something that was never even mentioned.
Right.
Yeah. What is this? A pedestrian counter? Just like the damn car counters? Well, you counted us.
Yeah.
And we stepped on it once.
And you know what else? Here's my other thing. And this is
Well, heck, I didn't know they had
Not
nice
connected.
restrooms.
They do have nice restrooms. This is not connected.
Oh, I'm not going to do that, but anybody that's watching, feel free.
You know those like this is two different. I mean, I realize that what I'm about to say isn't
Right,
necessarily connected,
right.
but it's connected in my mind. Like we have the parking thing, like we're doing that on QR code, but like this morning, I walked out of my house, right? And I left. I don't have my driver's license or any money with me now. Okay, so because I walked out and left it, and I need to go to the library, and they're not.
Good
gonna
news
let
is this won't be published till tomorrow.
and so I'm driving right now. And so, but you know, like I need to go to the library later.
Oh, so you don't have your library card
I don't have
or
my
your
library
driver's
or
license.
my ID or anything, you know. But I do have my checkbook, and I need to pay my fines, which are about $110. Okay, so there's that.
She doesn't read fast,
I don't read fast, so
but she does
I do
comprehend
pay
what
my fines.
she does comprehend what she's reading.
Yeah,
Just takes time.
I support the public library, and so. But here's the issue: why isn't our library on my QR code phone?
Oh.
Like, why don't I have? And I
Well, yeah.
googled it, and other places have an app on your phone that they can scan.
Yeah, I mean, like you can pay for your groceries at Kroger with your phone.
Why can't I do my library
You can pay for your
card?
prescriptions at CVS on your phone.
At-
But the public library,
No, I
that is going to be a blog post.
do that.
I will. That's a blog post.
Right, and everybody will know what my fines are.
Only if
Okay.
only if they watch the local Lord.
It's okay.
Only if they watch the local
It's okay.
Lord.
I'm known. I'm a
all right.
known.
I mean, hey, you're helping pay for a library assistant.
Listen, I've been doing it. I've been doing that, running up fines, and they know me in there. And one time a new person was in there.
So surely they'll just take your check without a driver's license.
I don't know if they will or not. They're pretty funny. Depends on if I get the mean one or not. And I'm not going to say which one's the mean one, but
Right.
if you go in there, there's a mean one.
I mean, most all librarians are mean, right?
There's a mean one. I'm not going to say that all librarians are mean, but all librarians have a little mean in them.
The good news is Knox County has
One mean one.
well, they have more libraries per capita than anywhere else in the country.
We're going over here.
Okay.
So
So good luck.
this has been a good local order
Good,
day.
good luck finding that mean librarian out of our 20
Yeah.
our 20 branches of
Yeah.
public libraries in Knoxville.
One mean one. So anyway, it's my bad. I'm the one who didn't
Hey, I mean,
driving with
as long as you pay your fines,
driving without a driver's license.
as long as you pay
Wallace
your
Oh,
Real
groceries.
Estate 865-321-1111.
Any complaints, call George.
Yeah, George Wallace.
Don't call Jim. Call George.
Okay.
Oh, now we're going to sit and wait for our crew to catch up. Oh, I did forget Jane's in a boot.
Oh, uh-oh.
I think we've lost
Who'd we lose?
Daisy and Trina, right?
Tina.
Tina.
I think she's over there having a...
See, I haven't. See, I want to call her Tina, but I know you don't spell it as Tina, so Tina. I'll remember that one day, Tina, when you watch this video. Y'all really need to watch this video because me and J-Mo had a
Just
great
had a very
We just had
politically-
very politically charged, actually two very politically charged conversations.
I can't imagine.
We did. We
Which is
did.
probably not a good idea. But, okay.
I mean, she confessed to at least a couple of
Misdemeanors or
yeah,
something.
a couple of misdemeanors, at least a couple of tickets.
Yeah.
So
Well,
what
she
you
told
missed?
me she's got it worked out where
Who is
if
that?
she doesn't pay for parking, she can get some
Who is it?
parking tickets.
I don't know. It's a
for-
couple. It was walking. He's carrying a bunny.
That's
Isn't that cute?
fact.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let me see.
A bunny.
There's a bunny.
Daisy didn't capture the bunny. Daisy is not a retriever.
She likes birds and squirrels.
Okay, I just sent you all a link
Me.
to some. I sent you all a link to a really cool article from the Knoxville News Sentinel. That
When?
just now in the text.
Okay. I don't get it. I don't have it. Last thing I've got is Rusty running a few behind on the way.
That wasn't in the Knoxville News.
Oh, I
Sentinel.
think I sent it
Do you get
to
them?
the wrong one. Hang on.
She sent it
Oh,
to
you
the
did send it. You
exclusive
sent it.
member.
Yeah.
I
she
sent
did.
it to the
What'd you send it to?
Regulars, I guess.
right.
Are we not the regulars?
There you go.
We missed the call.
I'm on airplane mode because I'm recording, so I'll get it later.
Okay, so that's something to read later. Huh? That's something to read.
When was the article?
I don't have it yet.
July 28, 2019.
Oh, good. That was back before Joel started.
Shopper News article.
Oh, so it's well, it's
Mary
owned.
Lou in
It's owned.
2019.
It's owned. It's owned by. It was owned by the
If
Sentinel
you
by
want more
that time,
information,
though.
but I wanted
Yeah.
you guys to
Still.
see this
Not Mary
perspective.
Lou.
Right, Sandra.
And I'm going to send you a text later. One of the buildings that I'm not sure it's in your series of pictures that I sent, but it's called I think it's called the Woodside Dorm, and it's people like when I was looking at the when I'm showing people that picture, like where was it? And I think it was one of the wings
Oh, okay.
that was on there.
Well,
So-
there's a building right behind it. It showed him that kind of.
That was the building probably I was saying.
Oh,
That
okay.
overlooks, no, that road.
North
Runs
Shore.
you to
North Shore.
Yeah.
South
Yeah,
North
because
Shore.
if you're looking at that aerial view where you could see the whole, you can see that. Yeah, there's a building right behind it, like literally right behind it.
So I'm gonna send you. Let me show you a picture of it. I'll go ahead and send it. Just later. Yeah, I think the fun part of local lore is if there's stuff to look at later. People always ask questions,
I'm getting a work.
and so that's why I'm like, I'm just gonna do it this
That
way,
was
right?
good because then you can refer back.
Right.
Well, and then
I
it
like
also
you doing it this way. I like you doing it this way. This
with
is
the
good.
pictures,
Yes.
and texting stuff out,
And then we can look at stuff later.
right?
Because
and there can
everybody's
be a
talking
dialogue.
and everything when we're walking. So.
Right, right. Okay, so this is the Woodside building. I'll send it to you guys. I'll send you the link.
Oh, that's not the building I was talking about.
And I can't figure out where that's at, but it's one of the buildings that there it is. It's in your text.
Are you getting that?
This is the one that had the big. Yeah. So.
But I want us to look at this building, and it's kind of like this is as close as we can get, I think, because they're doing some kind of capital.
See right here, this building back
You
here.
think that's it?
Oh, I don't know, but I was just wondering what that was. But that's definitely another building.
That's the administrative.
Right, that's this building. But, because there's all the names. But when you come in, this one is right behind it. I mean, just
Yeah.
right there.
Where we were on
Basically where we pulled in.
There
Yeah.
were several, there's one on that
So,
side of
But
Real
the one that you
Estate
just sent, I wonder if it's the
But I
same.
don't remember what they were.
If that's the one.
I don't know. I'd have to
So
look
many
at it.
people were living in all of them.
Come on.
Staying
I think I need to
before
get going and I'm not gonna do
changed
that.
and let everybody live.
Circle.
Kind of like tourists, but not.
Plus it's got, that one's got 2 floors.
No,
above
I don't think
it.
that's the same. That looks more like a castle than that.
Okay, so I just sent you all. This is an old article that I sent you that I thought was interesting. It talks about the cemetery. Again, stuff to read later. I don't know if we're doing a new format. We're trying out a new format. So you can let me know if you guys actually read it.
Is there going to be a test?
But it's pretty interesting, and it could start a dialogue, you know what I mean? And we can use the text to have conversations and see if that works. Because lots of questions come up in these, and I go look at the answer, and then I forget to, like, even, like, what am I going to do? Call you all individually and be like, here's the conversation. So I thought, well, what happens after local
you should
lore is
call us
sometimes
all
more interesting than what happens at local lore, right?
So it's not what stays at local lore stays at
No, it carries on for many years to come.
good.
Yeah. Okay, so on the topic of different buildings, this chapel was part of I think we've all heard the history of mental health changed over time, and I think a lot of those changes that happened in other places happened here, and certainly there was commentary that Lakeshore wasn't the nicest place to be at church. And so, just like everywhere else, people were trying to come up with programs that improved the lives of people with mental health concerns. And this chapel is what's left of one of those approaches. And it was kind of a centerpiece in a series of cottages. And it was called The Village. Right? And so this, I think, was like a mid-century modern, but I also found in the newspaper other approaches. Early on, there's a work farm out in Louisville that was associated with here, so there was like the work farm approach, and there was the village approach. But in the 1950s, medication started to come out that made it easier to manage mental health concerns, I think.
I know about that.
You know about that. And so...
And they're still improving it
That
today.
changed a lot. And at Montvale, they had at Camp Montvale, in Maryville.
Yeah.
They had a program that was designed to help people, and I think the medication, in the article it talked about how the medication had allowed people to be able to for the program to evolve and to be out more and to experience more of the world than staying on a campus like this. But the chapel's what's left of the village program. Yeah.
And it's kind of wide open. It's got, you can access it through the sides. Of course, obviously they got it closed for whatever they're doing here.
And they talked about a little octagonal administration building and cottages and a pool. It had a pool that looked like, they said the architecture was similar to the church.
And as time went on, there were people that were here that it was more like a hospital. Because my mom was here for postpartum after I was born. But other people were here that wasn't just totally
Right.
mentally challenged.
There were people here who it was like a hospital. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I also
It wasn't like they spent a lifetime here.
Right.
I think it was very
as a
locked up
hospital.
at one time. And then
Yeah,
over
we used to stay
time
on the outer perimeter when we walked. We couldn't
Yeah.
go.
in there.
No.
Yeah.
When I came in, whoever, we couldn't come in that entrance. We had to come in this side.
Oh, yeah.
Here behind for maintenance and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And come up to some of the buildings that were up here, but they had a gate. You had to check in at the gate and out. Open your doors to the trailer and everything. Make sure nobody got in your trailer trying to escape.
Yeah.
I remember it being.
Yeah, they had a gate
Yeah.
down there. You had to check in.
That's what my granny called it.
My great grandfather came. He died here, I think. Yeah. Yeah, he's not buried over there. No. No, but speaking of livestock, early on there were cows here and there was a barn and some things. So the camp has changed over time. But he died here, and I think it was alcoholism. I think there was a time that if this was like intake for people who were
But I
chronically
think everything
chronic
was
problems.
Oh, well,
lumped into one thing. I mean, you know, addiction and mental health stuff. I don't think they were able to differentiate much.
They didn't have special.
well, yeah, because you would have had prohibition going on while Lakeshore was open, or while Eastern State was open.
So I just sent you this is, or I'm getting ready to send you an article that is from 2011 that has a map on it. It has a map of what was the campus in 2011. And you can kind of see, I think the point is this place has changed a lot over time and become less locked down in a way. You know, like I said, in the 90s you were able to walk around.
Right.
But I think there was a time that this was not like where people, you came and you visited somebody, but then you
Went home.
And I think the grounds were for the patients, you know? So it's an interesting place.
So those aren't patients over there playing ball.
So I may have missed this. You may have already said this, but it was talking about Old Eastern State Cemetery.
Over there,
Okay.
on the other side. Yeah, and Ronnie was talking about that when they do the,
Wreaths Across America.
Wreaths Across America,
I thought
that
was
they
just
say-
the veterans.
well,
No, in the back.
If you go up where the pavilion and everything is, if you stand and look west from it, you'll see a chained off area. You'll see maybe 10 to 20 markers in there, small markers. That's what she's talking about,
Okay.
that area. So
Wow.
it's not all the white ones are the veterans, but
Right.
those are not white.
Right,
And
okay.
it's a section that is, there's not many oak markers over. Maybe a lot more people over there than what there are markers. but
Might be
there's
10
not many
people for every
markers
marker.
on that area over there. So.
Okay.
and so I tried to figure out how many people were here when they shut down. I was able to find that like in the late by the end of 1930, there were like 1,500 people here.
Wow.
And in 60, let me look at my notes.
So what they do, just open the doors and say, see you, bye?
They went to homes, I
Right.
think.
They,
individual
yeah,
homes.
it's sort of like there was a new approach to how to handle mental health and then also specializations and the roles.
We had other facilities.
Well,
but
yeah,
they're starting
now-
to have halfway houses.
Now
and
you've
stuff
got
like
Cornerstone Recovery. Now you got
that. Right. So they've
Helen
kind of
Ross
broken
McNabb.
it up into different categories.
In August of 1965, there was 2,800. So
Holy crap!
2,800 people on this campus. So I don't know how many. I mean, that was 65. So it's. I assume it. I don't know how things
I
evolved
mean, that
and
was a
changed.
huge building.
28 people. Do you? I mean, are there 2,800 people on here today?
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like how? Yeah,
Were they talking about people that actually
stayed here.
2,800.
2,800. So there was a lot of buildings, and this was like a huge. You can see from the
And you
picture.
think about the number of staff in addition to that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that Knoxville should study that because if they could find a place, that's what needs to happen for all the homeless and the people. Now they just need a place to go and get treatment. And as long as they were getting treatment here, I don't know.
And there were certainly were like stories about people. This wasn't a great place to be.
Oh, well, never
Mm-hmm.
mind.
You know, I mean, there were people,
pretty
stories of
horrible.
people, and that's a whole history of mental. Like, there's books out that talk about how mental health has changed over time, and there was some cruelty in our approaches generally. Do you know what I mean? But I also think there was lots of stories about neglect and
Well, they weren't treated like they weren't even thought of as humans.
Yeah.
They were like a monster.
Right.
Did you ever see the movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
that. Yeah, or the world according to Garp. There's kind of this. Yeah.
That book and that movie is based on how people were treated. I mean, the nurse literally sat in a glass enclosed cage, and every couple hours came by and dumped a bunch of pills into people's hands, and they turned on this little black and white TV and parked people in front of it, and that was how they dealt with it.
But earlier than that, before there was even TV, they were chained up, and they were just treated like
And there's
some kind of a wild
the
animal.
workhouse model out at the farm in Louisville. You know, I mean, which to an extent,
Are
you
you
know.
talking about Peninsula?
No, there was a big farm, a working farm that was
Over in
associated with
Martinville.
this out in Louisville.
Well, I think they did a lot of experimentation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that too.
I'm sure shock therapy was used too.
Yes. Yes.
I heard the word lobotomy, but I don't know
Yes,
if that was
yes.
a fact or not.
I think they did. I think they did all kinds of
what I-
stuff. And it was very taboo, I think, to have.
Oh.
We'll take a walk.
I'm glad we didn't get that on camera. I'm glad we didn't get that on camera. Talking about
Dog's just sitting there minding her business, and Anna's like, "We're going."
I'm so sorry, honey. Do you
So, what did you guys think about this format, like with the
I love
talks
it.
and stuff? I like that early.
I like it a lot better
Because I can go home and we can look at the text together, like
and read the articles and stuff.
And look at the pictures and stuff.
sit
Okay.
next to each other like we like each other, and,
Right.
hold hands.
But you don't have to go that far.
Well, I think if I send the pictures that aren't, I think that I don't know. I'll have to see how this goes, but I think sending some of the pictures, like in our downtown
Early.
one,
Right.
yeah, and labeling them.
Mhm.
You know.
If you got time for that.
Yeah.
Light up Lakeshore.
Yeah, you can sponsor lighting trees. Send some
We could sponsor a
send some advertising dollars.
I was gonna say maybe the downtown office.
Maybe the downtown office should light up a couple of trees.
Yeah.
All right, we done?
Yeah.